What's going on, guys? It's Chris, and today I'm on the Susquehanna River and we're going to be chasing smallmouth. It's coming into November, late October right now. So in this video I'm going to be talking about 5 lures that I like to use for fall time fishing for smallmouth and what make me successful when I'm fishing them. So let's get into it. I got the boat, I'm about to get it backed up, and we're going to be chasing some smallies. What's happening, guys? So I got 5 lures that I like to throw in the fall time. I'm just gonna run them by you guys. What I have here first is just your typical Zoom Fluke, and I actually like to throw it on a donkey rig setup just like this. And what I'll do is I'll pull up to an eddy and throw this in an eddy and just kind of let it sink to the bottom and twitch it around. And with the donkey rig, it really allows like a bait fish style, like a school fish kind of. And what I noticed with these river smallmouth, I tend to, when I get one fish, there's typically another one behind it. And with this lure, this setup, you can actually sometimes catch both of them, which is really cool. So you'll get the one hit, it might hit the bottom one, it might hit the top one, but you could potentially catch 2 fish. And if you've never caught 2 fish at once, it's pretty exciting. So that's, show you guys the next one. Now this one I like to fish all year round. I don't know, it just produces for me, is your typical tube bait. In like November, coming into like winter time almost, I like to downsize the profile of the tube. In the summertime, I'll go like with a 3.5 inch, almost 4 inch tube, sometimes just like a 3 inch. What I actually have here is a 2.5 inch, and sometimes I'll downsize it to a 2 inch. I don't know why that is exactly, but it's just been the times that I've gone out here, they're just looking for a smaller profile bait to really dial into. So I'll throw a green pumpkin. The weight really depends on like how much current you have, where you're fishing at on the river, things like that. So you kind of just justify it by that. I like to put a heavier weight on. So right now I have it on a 3/16. I'm fishing a little bit heavier current right now, so this really allows it to sink down to the bottom and stay on the bottom. Those smallmouth are feeding off the bottom. The couple fish that I did catch came off a tube, and another one came off the next bait that I'm going to talk about now. So in the fall time, they're going to be chasing a lot of shad, and I'll go 2 ways with this. I'll throw a spinner bait just like this. I don't have a trailer on, but typically I'll put like a big swim bait on the back of it or something like that, just to give it that extra action. I like to go with these spinners here, and what I'll do with this is really just run it along an eddy line, or throw it into an eddy, or anywhere there's like somewhat fast moving current. I'll throw it into the current and then rip it into an eddy. So it's just just trial and error, guys. You can get out there and just kind of do what works for you and your location and stuff like that. And with the Shad style bait, these Susquehanna these smallmouth will chase some big swim baits, man, on the Susquehanna River. And what I have here is I think it's a BD shad or something like that. You could throw the bull shad, but this is a 5-inch shad, slow sink. I don't like using fast sinking baits in the river just with treble hooks because it just gets hung up a lot. So I'll do like a slow sink, maybe count like 5 seconds, let it sink to the bottom, and then just reel it in slowly. And I'll fish this the same way that I fish a spinner bait, throwing it in an eddy or along an eddy line, or sometimes I'll throw it into a rapid, and then like I do with the spinner bait, just rip it through that current line into the eddy. So there's just different ways you can fish these baits, but these are kind of the baits that I go to in the fall time fishing, especially when it's starting to get cold and the smallmouth are really starting to feed. Another bait that I like to use, this is a Rapala jerk bait. I like throwing suspending jerk baits when it starts to get colder. A day like today, I haven't had any hits. It's a little warm today, but once the temperatures really start dropping, this bait right here is going to really produce for you. You don't have to throw the Rapala, just some kind of suspending jerk bait works really well. And how you'll fish it in the river is you'll cast in an eddy or around some slow moving current and things like that, and you'll jerk it 1 or 2 times to just kind of get it down to where you want it to suspend, and it's almost just a waiting game. And there's times that I'll go like a whole minute or 2 to where that bait is just literally just kind of just floating there at a subtle movement, and then I'll do another jerk and then wait 30 seconds, a minute. It's a technique called dead sticking. So it seems to work very well for me in the wintertime when I do that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And this is the Rapala jerk bait. And what's different about this is it actually, I don't know if you guys seen the reviews, but it'll like spin around and like look at the fish. So it's pretty cool way if you get the jerk motion right. But I'll have 2 different styles tied on. I'll have a shallow sink, and then I'll have a deep diving sink for when I want to get it into a little bit deeper water. So hope this helps you guys catch those fall smallmouth, and stay tuned. I'm just out here on the river right now and must have caught a bunch of fish already with these baits that I'm using now. So we're just gonna keep at it, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. And if you guys have any questions or comments, just hit me in the comments below. If you guys like this video, you want to see more videos like this, just let me know. All right, well, I'll catch you guys later. See you on the river.
Oh man.
Yes! Yes, that's how you do it, guys. God, it's a toad, man. Look at this thing. Big. Solid fish, man. Look at this thing. Caught that on the spinner bait. If you can see, but there's a current line right here, and I was just in this little eddy throwing the spinner bait, and this little pool that it's created from this island that's got a little bit flooded, and I was just winging the spinner bait in there and at this monster. So we're gonna keep catching some big fall smallmouth and just like this. So let's go. See you later, dude.